Welcome to episode 16 of Blue-lusional. This
Hey.
week was not as crazy as the past couple weeks. Still crazy. Don't get me wrong. We just got like a tiny bit of breathing room in between breaking news. It felt like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ish.
Ish.
it,
Let me have this, Devin.
it was mostly one thing.
It was, yeah. But we still have a lot to cover. So we're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah, so the week was dominated by the Epstein files. I know, big shock. The thing that Trump campaigned on, and now he's confused why everybody's asking about it. So, started off with the Democrats basically doing two, I think it was a bill amendment. I think it was two bill amendments to
It was a
release the Epstein
resolution,
files.
yeah,
Yes, the
a
resolution,
resolution.
and then an
Rokon was the
amendment.
resolution, and then Thomas
Yes.
Massey did his own amendment.
hmm And all the Republicans blocked it both times. They blocked the release of the Epstein files, the biggest child trafficker of our lifetime. So, MAGA, those are your people. Then we found out in a bombshell from the Wall Street Journal that Donald Trump had made a birthday card for Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday. And on the birthday card, he drew a naked woman and then signed his name in the woman's no no area. And then signed at the bottom of the card, may every day be a wonderful secret. Nastiest shit you ever heard. And then after that dropped, he said, I never wrote a picture
I know I've never
before,
drawn.
never once. And then that was immediately debunked. People were like, I paid money for this Donald Trump doodle. And here's another one from your book. Oh, and here's another doodle that's famously known, and they're all signed by him.
He's like,
So
they're all
that
AI.
that backfired immediately. Immediately. So Trump wants to sue Rupert Murdoch because the Wall Street Journal is under the umbrella of Fox, and Rupert Murdoch is the president of Fox, the people that
Mm-hmm.
essentially helped create this monster. He wants to sue them for 10 billion. We'll see how that goes, but if that goes to Discovery, that's going to be bad. um, so then, in the middle of all that, Dick Durbin, the senior Dem who oversees the FBI on the House Judiciary, he had said that there were over 1,000 FBI agents who were assigned to scrub Donald Trump's name out of all of the Epstein files. They are still doing it to
Mm-hmm.
this current day. So those binders, I said this from the jump. Those binders that they gave those influencers where everything was blacked out, I was like, that's his name over and over
Over.
and over and over. And that was phase one. There's more. There's like 100,000 pages. And I think that's why he fired James Comey's daughter, who was the lead prosecutor of the Epstein case at SDNY. I know. Totally not a guilty thing to do. Then also, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon said that the administration is currently sitting on Jeffrey Epstein's banking information. And that banking information contains 4,725 wire transfers to Jeff Epstein's bank account that totaled 1.5 billion. And that's only like a little bit of it. So I'm so curious who was wiring that money.
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe his best friend.
Maybe his best friend who definitely didn't write him that birthday card because he's never
Yeah.
drawn ever in his life.
Maybe his best friend that he is famously most photographed with. that he's never met before, that he has
Mm-hmm.
no idea who he is.
Somebody made a video today that kind of did make sense to me, where they were like, when you're a narcissist and you are best friends with somebody and they say, "Oh, I'd never put you on this list, this blackmail list, because we're best buddies, and I'd never do that to you." That you believe it because you're a narcissist. That maybe he really did think that Epstein didn't put him on the list until then. He then saw it and was like,
Fuck.
"Oh." Like that, he ran his campaign knowing he would never, my boy would never, I wrote him a birthday card, he would never put me on that list. He knows better. So yeah, I'm gonna release it because everybody else will be on it and I won't. And then he showed up and he was like, "Pam, get that file on your desk." She's like, "It's on my desk." And then she opened it and she was like, "I
Sir,
hate to tell you this, but."
it's only your name in here. It's just you. Fuck.
And he was like, "Okay, just stop talking about it." And for a couple months, guys, it went silent. Give the influencers the blacked out stuff, they'll be silent. And then it did go silent, and then it came back up, and he was like, "We have to go full gaslight. Okay, they never existed, and you tell everyone they didn't exist. We cannot let these come out."
Oh,
That one I could buy. That he
and
didn't
then
think his name was in there.
before I forget, JD Vance had a secret meeting with Rupert Murdoch, and
Mm-hmm.
the theories are flying that this is it. He's getting ready. So we'll see. I
Great.
mean, it. That's how it seems. Some people say it might be fundraising for midterms. I doubt that. But all I'm saying is, I personally wouldn't let my president's vice president go behind my president's back and try to coup d'etat him. That's all I'm saying. Couldn't be me.
Personally, I would never let that slide. We're just egging everyone on.
Go
Devin
get
made a
him.
video that was like, "Personally, I would never let my president tell me that I was stupid after voting for them." So I personally wouldn't let that slide. But
Just just
he
go
made a
get the
video like,
Epstein list.
"Just go in and get them. Guys, you've been there before.
You have experience. Just go
You
get
have
it.
experience. You know the layout. You did a self-guided tour.
That's it. It's
Just
easy.
see yourself
You don't.
in. Ask around. Somebody will show you the way. They love you,
Yeah,
right? They love you
it's a
there.
love fest. They got J6ers on payroll. Just
Just
just go
go on
get it.
in."
It's right there.
Because personally, we wouldn't let that slide.
No, I wouldn't let my president that I elected do that to me. But that's just me.
It's just me. I didn't vote for him, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not our guy.
not
We don't have to
okay.
hold him accountable. That's
No,
it's you guys.
that was a good video. But it seems like the saga won't end, so we'll be back next week for more Epstein
More
updates.
stories that are gross.
Yep. And as always, forever we're gonna have a nice update. And Devin and I are gonna tag team this one because there's a lot. We had pretty much a bombshell drop about the end of the week. I think it was on Thursday that ICE is now accessing Medicare and Medicaid reports. So they have unprecedented access to Medicaid's database. That is 79 million records deep. So they are now getting social security numbers, names, addresses, ethnicities. Remember that. Ethnicities, zip codes, everything. So that was done. That is not something that they wanted you to know about. It was very swept under the rug when it first happened. There was only like small news sources dropping this because they didn't want you to know about it. So it was a finalized agreement under the table on the 15th of July that trickled into the news. So they have login credentials to the health portal, and they're saying their exact words were that they did this so they could find the illegal aliens. Now let's talk about it for a second, because everyone's like, wait, I don't believe that anyone who's undocumented can get Medicaid because there is screenings that happen for everyone who tries to enroll for Medicaid. And you would be correct. Most people, yes, you have to be a legal United States citizen with a social security number to apply and get access to Medicaid. But there are a couple things to know about with this. One, emergency Medicaid is a thing, meaning that if you are undocumented and you end up in the ER and you have life threatening injuries, they can grant you emergency Medicaid without you fully enrolling for it. So that's one thing. And also, this is records for enrollees as well. So people that don't realize they can't get Medicaid because they don't have a social security number who still try to enroll anyway. But the bigger picture is that, yes, this isn't about immigration. Remember when I said ethnicities?
Their children get it too. They can qualify.
This is about spying on families. This is about spying on anyone they don't like. This isn't about immigration. It's never been, but as we get this ball rolling and you guys start waking up a little bit more, you see that it is not, it's very black and white now. And it's basically we've talked about the Dragnet before, which is just a database tracker of human beings. And that's what this is for Medicaid. It's obviously, a lot of people are saying this is a HIPAA violation because they have access to medical records and that violates HIPAA. And so this is going to be like everything else. Each state is going to have to sue individually. We talked about those, what did we call them? It's
Nationwide
leaving my mind.
injunctions.
Yes. So each state's going to have to individually sue. So right now, states like California, New York, Illinois are suing because it's a massive HIPAA violation and a public health disaster in the making, because people will be too afraid to enroll in Medicaid knowing that their information is being directly shared with ICE. And basically, your medical privacy is dead under this administration moving forward. And if your state hasn't sued yet, you should start calling your governor and saying, WTF, what the actual fuck? And you can
Yep.
also call your local Medicaid office and ask them if they are participating in this. Those are
Yep.
things you can do at a local level. But unfortunately, like most things that are going to happen now, it's every state for itself. Each state individually has to sue in order for there to be any progress to roll this back. It's
Now, what they should do is what that one federal judge in Massachusetts did, where someone should certify a class for a class action lawsuit to skirt around the nationwide injunction, not being able to do that.
yeah. Point blank period, your healthcare should not be used as a weapon against you. You
That
should
part.
not be punished for working hard and receiving healthcare. And this is obviously to punish and, you know, criminalize poverty and punish the working class, and again, weaponize healthcare against its own citizens. So beware. And if you can, if your state again hasn't sued, I would start making phone calls
Immediately.
immediately.
Yeah. Well, we had another ICE taking, which was somebody that happened to run into on TikTok. Her name's Brianna, and her husband William Daxon Lavira Castillo was detained. He's 31 years old, and he fled Venezuela 10 years ago to seek asylum here because his brother was brutally beaten because he was protesting the Venezuelan government, and pretty much just like like a lot of the other stories we've been seeing, he was going to his scheduled immigration meeting, hearing, and from there, zip tied, taken away, detained. He was facing deportation, and the judge could have granted him bond, but the judge had stated that since she did not have jurisdiction because he was paroled into the U.S. He was facing indefinite detention, and he made the decision to self deport himself back to Venezuela because there was no end in sight there for him. And he knew he'd be in danger there, but there was no other option. It's either go back to where you're in danger or stay here and be in danger. So
Yeah.
he took his chances with that. I did a video on that earlier today, just to put some spotlight on that. I tagged Brianna in it. She has a GoFundMe in her bio. That way they can get the money raised that they need for whatever type of law services that they would need, so they can try to get her husband back here, because we like
Yeah.
like the fuck. The fuck.
You're making a decision, yeah, to go back to Venezuela where you could face just the worst of the worst, or end up in a detention center like Alligator Auschwitz and face the worst of the worst. It's like
It's
a
like
lose-lose situation.
just taking somebody's husband, like just cause. And it like
Just
fucked with
because.
me too, because I was like, oh, he's only 2 years younger than me. Like,
And those are the
fucked.
stories we don't always hear about, are the people that have to make that decision to self-deport.
Yep. And so, if you could, please go to Brianna's GoFundMe in her bio. It's on one of the last videos that we did on our TikTok, and just throw her $1 if you can,
If you can.
please.
Yes, definitely. If you can't, if you can, just raise awareness to the story,
That's
because
it.
there's so many that are like hers that we just don't hear about, because those are the ones that don't make the news, are the people that have to they decide to voluntarily leave because they realize the situation is actually even more scarier to stay here, which is wild. It is wild
And
that he thought he'd probably be safer in Venezuela.
and just like this, there's people whose stories don't get out. Like they're literally looking for some type of way to put spotlight on this because they need help. And like this is, it just so happened to run into her in a comment section in a TikTok live. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to find any way to get some type of
Anyway,
help. So
so
this is
we always
happening
do
a
what we
lot
can.
more than we think.
Yeah, absolutely. We also wanted to give you an update on Mario Guevara. We covered him back after the No Kings protest. He is a journalist, and he was there, marked as press. He was live streaming the event, and he was doing what journalists do, just covering the event. And police arrested him for no fucking reason. So
That's a
we covered that
description.
when it happened. And since then, all the charges against him have been dropped. So he should have been released. But instead, they handed him over to ICE custody. What they call it is they slap a detainer on you, is what the word is. But for those who don't know, a detainer is just a request that ICE will send to local police saying, we want them, so you can give them to us now. And then they do. It's what happened with like Jimena, like pulled over and taken into custody for a traffic violation, and then ICE is like, "Oh, we want her. We'll take her now." So then, even when the
So
charges are dropped, they're like, "Well, we took over, so there's nothing
ICE
you can
using
do
the
now."
cops as their own personal bounty hunters.
And
Gross.
this is another, we said it. We said this would happen. We said this when it happened with Jimena. We're like, this is what's going to happen now. Police are just going to arrest people for minor, like, it doesn't even have to be real, because they can just drop the charges, which they just did with Mario. They just arrest them for whatever they want, get them over into ICE custody, and say, oh, yeah, we dropped the charges. Yeah, sorry. We didn't mean to charge him, but Yeah, we can't release him because we did the handoff. So nothing we can do now. We said that would happen when we covered Humana. And here it
Mm-hmm.
is. This is like a way to skirt the system.
Yep.
So that's
Two
what
months later.
happened. And yeah, he's still being held. And they blocked his bond, moved him between detention centers, and now he is sitting in solitary. Solitary. For what? For what, you ask? A green card case that's still pending, even though his work visa is completely valid.
He knows because
Literally
he's
nothing. No, a valid work permit, and they're like, we got to investigate that. Is it real? Is it valid? And until then, he's in solitary,
they said Latino guy at a protest.
filming because it's his job.
And he's a big deal. Like
He is
he's
a
a
big deal.
huge El Salvadorian journalist.
This is what like Aaron Parnas started to warn everyone about, which is going to be the attack on journalism. And we've seen it obviously on the scale of like we'll talk about it later, people's shows getting canceled, people being silenced. But this is also an attack on journalists saying, watch out when you go cover these events in person. Because if we feel like you're impeding on law enforcement, you will be taken. He was taken to the ground, zip tied, held on the ground, all charges dropped. It was just a way to get him in custody so they can go, look what I found. I found somebody who meets the quota. Come take him.
Yep.
And this is going to keep happening. It's just going to keep happening.
Yep. Unfortunately. Well, in better news, the People's Sick Day was endorsed by a good Trump. His niece, Mary Trump, on her podcast on this past Friday, said if you are looking to get into some good trouble, you should join the People's Sick Day, and put the website and the Discord in her bio. Said that this would probably be a good step into causing some change. So, I mean, that's Fox. They're scared. Mary Trump said, "Yeah, oh, your first demand is arrest my uncle? Hell yeah,
Hell
brother.
yeah.
Go get him. Fuck that guy."
I mean, we were shook to our core with Fox News, but we were also shook to our core. Mary Trump, Donald Trump's niece, was like, fuck yeah, the People's Sick Day. But not only just like any movement, like the entire podcast was her talking about ways to push back against this administration and to get actively involved. So to be shouted out in that when they were talking about like the farmers strike, things that are like really big going on, no King's protests she talked about, like, so to be looped in with something like that was amazing, but also for her to understand what this actually was about and saying like, hey guys, you do realize that like starting local and starting to build something like a grassroots movement, not taking all your money, not taking all your data and all your stuff, just a bunch of people who are like, fuck this shit, we're staying home for 3 days, like could actually have impact. Because if we're just helping out our neighbors and our community who we see getting drained every single day by the system, and we say, you know what, we're done. Not even only are we done with it happening to us, we're done with it happening to our communities and our loved ones and our neighbors. I could stay home for 3 days, or I could not spend money for 3 days. Like, that's not crazy to say or to do. And she's like, that's something I would endorse. Like, that's something I would get behind. And it's so validating for the like
Right.
months of being like, hey guys, everyone's like, I don't know about 3 days. Mary said, you can stay home for 3 days. You could not
Mary
spend
said
money
it's
for
fine.
3 days. Mary said
She
it's
said you'll be
fine.
all right.
Mary
You'll
Trump.
be okay. You'll be okay.
It's just wild.
Shout out to Mary Trump.
Shout out to like people who are seeing the mission behind it. Like
Mm-hmm. That they get it.
they get, we're like, we don't want, guys, we don't want your name, we don't want your email, we don't want your money, we don't want your information. Literally in our Discord, we say no personal information, none. Why? Because we don't want it. That's not the point. We're not collecting data. We're not trying to like, no, we just want you to stay home for 3 days and not spend money.
Pretty simple. It's
Pretty
so
simple.
fucking simple.
It's so simple. And if you haven't joined the Discord or the Facebook group at this point, I don't know why you haven't.
It costs
Because
nothing. It
it
literally
costs
costs nothing.
absolutely nothing. It costs absolutely nothing. And I know you know someone, if it's not you, you know someone who is being drained by this administration on a daily basis, and you can align with any of the demands, even one, you should be in the server.
Yup.
That's just, Mary said
That's
it.
just that. That's that on that. Shout out to Mary.
Every time I'll be like, I don't, Mary said that.
Mary said it.
Mary said it.
Okay. Okay.
Amazing. Shout out to Mary. But in other news, we've got the hot mess index this week, and it is not our normal politicians that are on the hot mess index this week. They get a little pass because they all walked out. They all walked out this week, so they get a pass. That was a little kudos to them for standing up and walking out before voting for a confirmation that was pushed through without them getting to air out their grievances. This one is CBS. You heard me right, guys. CBS canceled the Stephen Colbert show. Oh my gosh, Colbert show. They cited that it was a financial decision. CBS, a financial decision on the show that probably makes them the most money. No, guys, they're fucking lying to you. Bull fucking shit. Okay? This is where we're going to come in and say what we always say. These next couple years, you are going to watch the mainstream entertainment media change because they're all folding to this administration. They don't like that he is saying how he feels and speaking out against the administration, and KK Caroline's making her phone calls and telling everyone to shut the fuck up, and CBS is taking the bait. And what's going to happen is people like Joy Reid, Don Lemon, Steven, they're going to find elsewhere to go, and it's probably going to be independent so that they don't have to worry about what they say, or it's going to be podcasts, their own networks, and everyone's going to flock. You don't
Yep.
think that Steven's followers are going to follow him wherever he goes? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. It's not clocking to me.
It's not. I said it in November. I said the mainstream media has signed their own death certificate because they normalized Trump. And these fucking idiots are making a gross miscalculation. They're like, okay, we're going to get rid of all the liberal commentators. Then there's not going to be any more liberal commentators. Okay, that's fine. They're good, like you just said, they're going to keep going independent. They're going to go independent online. They're going to be on their Substack. They're going to be on TikTok Live. They're going to be on their YouTube. They're going to be on Spotify. And we're going to see the media become more of a digital outlet.
Mm-hmm.
We already don't watch TV as it is. The only people that are keeping them afloat are like boomers. Once all our favorite people that people actually watch are gone, it's a wrap.
It is a
Who's watching the
wrap.
news other than boomers and Gen Xers? Not us. Not Gen Z.
No, not after you learn how corrupt it is. And this administration has already taken apart even MSNBC. I mean, Joy Reid, they folded. And that is a network that prides themselves on constantly speaking out against the administration. But Joy Reid was too much.
Once Mad Eye was gone, that network's done.
Mm-hmm.
That channel, no viewers.
It's literally, I promise you, by this time next year, Steven's going to be somewhere else. He's going to be somewhere else. That show is going to be taken and put somewhere else. And where that goes, I don't know. But I would imagine it's probably going to be either a network they build themselves that's like, hey, we're going to bring over. It would be awesome for Steven to be like, you know what? Let's make something that's independent. We can bring over the people that are being silenced because everyone would jump on that. If they did a late night show, but then they had a morning show with Don Lemon and Joy Reid, like a daily talk show, and then Steven was on the night, the fact
Oof.
everyone would tune in, everyone would give their money because like everyone wants to say all of the people on the left are broke. Buddies. We're not broke. We just know how to spend our money. And
Yeah.
we will spend our money on Steven to build a network with all the people who want to speak their minds unfiltered. That's where I'd put my money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
He's
just
gonna land on his
saying.
feet.
He
I'm not
will.
worried about him.
And, his little sign off, like they're getting rid of the late night show in general, they're not replacing him. That's why they're rolling with this financial decision. No, because there is no late night talk show where you don't talk about Trump. So that and they have to scrap the whole thing because they can't just bring somebody on and be like, what else are you going to talk about?
Literally nothing. There's nothing
Literally.
else. What else is happening?
So, Steven, if you're listening, which you're not, I'm just saying to think about just throwing out an idea. Crazy me throwing out an idea that maybe with all the money that you've made, you could throw together a little independent entertainment media with
Thought you were
a
gonna.
day talk show with Don Lemon and Joy Reid, and then a
I
little
thought.
night talk show with you.
I thought you were gonna say Stephen Colbert joined the Blue-lusional.
If you're willing, I mean, we would. If you want to,
Oh,
come on. I mean, we'd go on your independent media.
oh, for sure. Sign me the fuck up.
Sign us
I'm
up.
blind. I'm blindly signing.
That's where I would. That's Delulu land. That's Delulu land
I
and
own none
reality
of
land.
my. I own none of my image of likeness.
We just like want you to still be able to talk because I do love him. So, but he'll be fine.
Oh,
But
yeah.
CBS, that is now on the boycott list. Don't let them fool you. It's
Paramount.
not a financial decision. Paramount
Yeah, they're
Plus.
bullshit.
And
They
guess
meant
what,
it up.
guys? All their shit's bad now.
Trash.
All of it's trash. So
Trash.
it's not going to be like that hard of a boycott. What are you going to watch on there? You were watching Steven. He's gone now. So
That's it.
boycott.
Yeah. Better news. Do not comply in advance. Award of the week goes to a diverse group of faith leaders, college students, grandmothers, and retired lawyers and professors, who were showing up at immigration courts across the country. They were escorting immigrants who were at risk of being detained for deportation by masked ICE officials. They're giving families their moral support, logistical support, anything that would be able to help them in the situation of them being detained. And they're bearing witness as the people are being taken away. So they're recording the arrest. They're helping people memorize the phone numbers as they're being taken away so they can contact their family for them. And this was reported by, was this Wall Street Journal?
No, I was saying also Wall Street Journal is a do not comply in
Oh,
advance.
Oh, yes. We talked about that earlier. The Wall Street Journal, where they
Mm.
dropped the bombshell report about Trump drawing the naked lady and signing his name in the no region. So, yeah, good
Yes.
job. Even
Good
though
job,
that's
guys.
Fox, that's Rupert Murdoch. You fucking won against Daddy.
Yeah. Because, like, for the first part, the first do not comply in advance, these are all volunteers. They're not being paid. Like I said, I mean, these are college students, faith leaders, retirees who are like, oh, I have the time. I
Mm-hmm.
will go sit at this courthouse all day and I will bear witness to everything that happened and I will record it all. and I will find a lawyer. I will find their family. I will do what I have to do. Amazing. That is do not comply in advance award like criteria right there. Like bare minimum, you've got
To
some
a
extra
T.
time and you can go help somebody out. Do it. Then Wall Street Journal, they were like teasing that drop, and they were like, Trump is calling Wall Street Journal and telling them not to publish it. And then literally as the news broke that he was calling them, they were like, drop it. I
Keep him
don't
on the
even think
phone
they
while we
spoke to him.
keep him on the phone while we publish it.
They were like, send it to voicemail, publish it. And that's do not comply in advance. I mean, literally,
Literally.
like, hey, we're not even taking this phone call. Drop it. Publish it right
Love
now.
it. Love it.
So good. Shout out to both of you. I mean everyone
All of
that's
you.
showing up. But Wall Street, I mean, yes, they did not fold, and that's so funny. And speaking of funny, yes, that really did happen this week. We started off hot. Okay, Stephen King, I'm sure you all know the author, all of the Stephen King books. He tweeted a tweet that sent everyone into a bit of a tizzy. He said, "The Epstein list is real, so is the Tooth Fairy and Santa." So we all clocked it and we were like, why would you say that? Why are you saying that the Epstein list is as real as the Tooth Fairy and Santa? So Devin made a video and everyone in there was like, it's sarcasm. And we were like, but then say that. But then say it. So then everyone clocked him and he had to backtrack and go, that was sarcasm, guys.
Yeah, he's like, oh, looks like I really struck a nerve with
Looks
that
like I
one.
struck a nerve. Because, yeah, you can't just assume at this point that all of us are thinking you're being sarcastic. Because if that's the case, I don't know you. I
I
don't
don't
know you.
read
But boy, do you
Stephen
have
King
loyal
books.
followers because they were in our comments like,
They
you
tore me
don't
up.
know him. I know him so well. Have you even read his books?
I'm
It's like,
like,
no,
bro, I
no.
I don't know. I don't. I'm like, we think all rich people are on the list right now. Why? Just
It's just
don't
not
say
the
anything.
thing. Yeah, it's just not. And if it is, then you need to say, like, insert sarcasm. Like, just come on now. Come on now. Do better, celebrities. Come on.
Please, for your own
For your
betterment,
own good, because we will make a video about you.
we will talk about you.
Yeah, dang. Next, in crazy news today, Trump woke up and said, the football team, the Washington Commanders, no, you guys need to change your name back to the Washington Redskins immediately.
Woke up and said, I'm gonna do some out loud racism real quick because these Epstein files are whooping my ass.
Again, somebody take the phone away from him. And he didn't even know that they were the Washington Commanders. He said, whatever their name is, Washington whatevers, change your name back. Which sounds like me when my husband asks me what the football team name is, and I'm like, the Miami's whatevers.
Washington, whatever.
The Green Bay whatevers.
Oh my god.
My husband's done with my shit.
It's like, fine.
That's what it
Enough
sounds
of that
like.
here.
The Washington whatevers would be
They're
my
gonna
answer
end up
because I
going
didn't
back
know
to
they were
that.
called the Commanders.
They're the
For
whatevers.
real. That's so funny. I hope they don't. They won't.
They probably won't. They won't.
But
They're
they
not.
probably will. Dang it. The next, another, Trump's all about the sports this week. Earlier this week, Trump attended the FIFA Cup and was booed so loudly, and it didn't register to him. He was up on stage, moving and grooving, and what did he do? Well, he stole the FIFA Cup. Yes, he stole it. He took it back. He took it with him. They had to get a replica to give the team, not a replica to give him. a replica to give the team. And that wasn't the only thing he stole. He got caught in 4K taking one of the medals that one of the players had and putting it in his pocket.
He's a
Why?
klepto.
Because he's a criminal.
He's a
He's
criminal.
always going to be a criminal. He's got a criminal mindset. He is a criminal, and he wouldn't leave the stage. And so they had
They
to
have to go
escort
tell
him
him to
out of
leave.
there.
Really makes you think if he stole something in November, huh?
I mean, guys, on camera, he's just shoving it in his pocket, and the guy's like,
This guy's serious.
and then they're all trying to celebrate, and he's just standing in the middle, like, and they're like, Mr. President, you can go now. You're
You can
you're
go.
done. You're
You keep
done.
stealing from us. Please leave.
I can't believe they let him have the cup. They should have made a replica like they did for the Declaration of Independence.
They should have known he was going to try to take it. Now people know. Don't leave your shit around this guy. He's going to take it.
And to the FIFA team, I say, go get it back. Just go in there and get it back.
Just go get it. It's right there.
Go get it. Just take
Just
it
go get
back.
it.
And finally, in the biggest news of this week, guys, the video came out that Donald Trump's hands were just so bruised, and they tried to put that matte concealer on it and cover it, and it just made it look so bad. So KK Caroline had to come out with a statement. And did you think she was going to tell the truth? No. She said that he's got a condition, but his hand is bruised from all of the handshakes. He's just shaken so many hands that his hands are bruising up from those really good handshakes.
Real strong.
But guys, he does have a vein condition, and yes, it is 0% mortality rate.
Chronic venous insufficiency.
0% mortality rate is
All
wild.
the
Universe.
nurses are saying he has heart failure. All the nurses are saying all the symptoms, the swollen feet, they say that's congestive heart failure.
Nurses, please
Across the
enter the
board.
comments. Nurses, enter the
Across the
comments and
board.
let us know. Does the
So
man
let us
have it?
know
His
how
ankles
long.
are so swollen. His hands are bruised.
Mm-hmm.
And KK Caroline said it's the handshakes. So if any nurses can chime in, that would be great.
And the fact that they're saying something is wrong with him means that it's worse than what it is. They're just trying to he wants the sympathy because everyone's calling him a pedo and a rapist.
I'm
And it
just
won't
waiting
stop.
for the big beautiful obituary.
Ooh. Oh, God. Is that some God?
Some gaudy rays.
Oh, so yeah. That's that. Godspeed to the congestive heart failure. This is our outro. Thank you for listening to episode 16. If we didn't cover anything, we're going to cover it on TikTok, Blue Sky, Substack throughout the week. Please follow us on all of our socials. Subscribe, push all the buttons. When you see us on TikTok, like, comment, repost it, throw it on your story. Comment and yell at me some more, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It helps with the engagement. And this week, we have another grassroots candidate interview coming out with our friend Tanya Cook, who is running for state assembly in California, District 70. Yeah. And we still have the interview from last week with Ken Russell, who's running for mayor of Miami. You can get that whole election postponing get cleared up for you if you have questions about that, because I know people have questions about that. So last week, go to our YouTube, Ken Russell. It's still there. And that's all we got. Thank you for listening. We will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.